both men come out, and immediately Paulo Silva takes the center of the cage and throws a nice
spinning attempt by Paulo Silva. And straight to the takedown. Marcos back up to his feet.
You got to ask yourself if Paulo watched that fight between Marcos and Malik and really learned a thing or two from Malik's strategy, which, you know, plays into the coaching that he received from, obviously, you and your husband, Mark.
Yeah, which was pressuring him on the cage and taking him into that submission. But
beautiful balance by Marcos Vinicius and a nice knee on the way up.
Even his last fight with Malik, we could tell that Marcos had such great balance, and it was very hard to get him down.
Marcos delivers a nice body shot right there.
Paulo with the feints. He's trying to get Marcos to bite on something.
Nice push kick there from Marcos. And a nice outside low kick.
Both guys are solid on their feet. Takedown by Paulo.
Yep, and took that momentum to take him down to the ground.
Just a little over 2.5 minutes left in this first round. Can Marcos get back up to his feet? Looking to get to the cage and kind of use that cage to get back up, but Paulo doing a great job at controlling him, really on both sides of his body.
Yeah, he's keeping that pressure and has that body lock.
But Marcos just so strong at getting back up and really...
It's hard to hold him down for very long. Marcos is always getting back to his feet. Good knees here by Paulo, pressuring Marcos against the cage.
But again, it's the balance of Marcos which just prevents that takedown.
You can see Paulo's here trying to get a knee and take him down again.
Wow. And Paulo was putting everything into those shots right there.
Yeah, I wonder if those takedowns are wearing Paulo out at all.
Well, we saw that in the fight with Marcos and Malik that, you know, Marcos really didn't get tired, even with the consistency of those takedown attempts from Malik.
Yeah, it's much harder to get takedowns than to defend takedowns. Oh, and he's right back up.
Right back to his feet.
He's like a cat.
Always landing on his feet. Like I said before, it is discouraging when you do these takedowns and someone just recovers that quickly. You got to switch up your game plan.
Yeah. Nonetheless, though, it still does not look good in the judge's eyes.
Right.
Keeps hitting those knees, bringing those knees in, hoping he'll bring his leg up so he can use that momentum to take him back to the ground.
10 seconds left in this first round.
Marco seems to be in great shape.
Yeah, Paulo's looking a little bit more weathered from all those takedown attempts.
And as we look at the replay, it was really the wrestling in the first round that really was the story. Paulo did a great job at getting the fight to the ground. And, you know, both men were throwing everything into those punches as they were on their feet. We will see what adjustments are made in between rounds as we get set for our second round in this lightweight bout. Again, September 10th, we will be in Arkansas. Be sure to grab your tickets now. Peakfighting.com. This is our second round. Paulo Silva versus Marcos Vinicius.
Great movement by both guys, being able to see the shots coming.
Nice. Beautiful slip too there by Marcos. And a nice high kick, but Paulo capitalizes on it and gets Marcos to the ground in the center of the cage, which is really the worst place that Marcos wants to be taken down.
Yeah.
He tends to use that cage to get up.
Yes, exactly. And Paulo has his wrist here, so it's going to make it very hard for Marcos to do anything, start to try to get up.
But Marcos just relentless, as always,
He finds a way to
and
get
wanting
up.
to get back to his feet.
Wow. But
just getting back to his feet isn't enough. He really needs to turn the tide of this fight, create some separation, and keep this fight standing. Otherwise, Paulo is going to go home with a victory.
Yeah, just from the cage control, and he's still getting those takedowns. I mean, he's not able to do much with them because Marcos is getting up so quick, but there's still takedowns and control. By Marcos there.
Just under 3 minutes in this second round.
Marcos is asking for more.
Paulo trying to get that takedown, wasn't able to. Marcos was able to get out of there and create some space.
Yeah, Marcos wants to continue to do that with those takedowns.
Oh, nice right hand by Marcos.
Body shot followed by an overhand right by Marcos, which looks to have maybe caused some damage to Paulo there.
Now Marcos is really walking him down and putting Paulo on the cage.
That body shot was absolutely beautiful.
Whoa.
Marco's getting a little
wild.
Wild and impatient there.
Those fancy kicks are cool when you land them, but can put you in a bad position if you don't.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what happened there. He got right back up against the cage, which is where he does not want to be with Paulo Silva.
Good turning in. When you turn it, you got to get that underhook.
And once again, Marcos has that great balance and defense with his back against the cage.
And he really does a good job with that overhook at pulling up Paulo's arm, so he can't really get low enough to use his legs for that takedown.
Good. That's the type of turnout you want to see when you're against that cage.
And Paulo is throwing everything he has in those shots.
He's throwing heat with 30 seconds left.
Which is a little bit surprising to me because you would assume that he's probably up on the judges' scorecards.
Oh, man. A wild kick there.
Good job bringing him back up. Yep, seems like Marcos is doing a better job trying to defend those takedowns.
Shot at the end of the round.
That was a nice way to end for Marcos.
That was a much better end to the round for Marcos than in the first round.
It seems like the tide is starting to shift in Marcos' favor, but we'll see how Paulo comes out in the third round, seeing as he won that, how Paulo won the first round.
Yeah, it seems like Marcos was either starting to feel more confident or starting to figure out Paulo more to where he turned it up there at the end of that round.
Well, I think Paulo is also getting a little bit tired here just from not being able to finish all of these takedowns he's trying for.
And as we take a look at the replay, both men throwing heavy shots on their feet. But again, Paulo's pressure and the takedowns was a lot of the narrative in that second round. And Marcos' coach is going crazy in the corner over there.
Yes, he wants him to put him away.
You can yell him screaming a mile away. This is our third and final round. Paulo Silva, Marcos, Vinicius.
Seems like Marcos is aware he's going to have to dominate this round.
Marcos is kind of walking him down here in the beginning of this third round.
Well, it looks like he's trying to force the shot out of him rather than, you know, taking a step back and counter-striking, which ultimately plays in Paulo's favor because then, you know, Paulo really has the opportunity to shoot whenever he wants when Marcos is backing up.
Yeah, Marcos is really staying in his face.
Again, doing a great job with that pressure.
He is. Marcos' back has been on the cage. Paulo's back has been on the cage this whole round now.
Paulo looking for that takedown again.
Marcos digging those underhooks
and that's really the wide base that we needed to see from Katie earlier.
Right.
But still, Paulo relentless. Looks like he might have his hands clasped together. But with 2.5 minutes left to go in this round, Marcos needs to get off the cage and do some damage if he is expecting to pull this fight out.
Yeah, Paulo's just scoring those points, just hitting those little knees.
Right.
When Paulo's in no rush to go anywhere, he could stay here for the remainder of the fight.
And the ref's gonna break him.
And Marcos pulls the old look at the ref trick. Nice check hook by Paulo.
Oh, that knee landed by Paulo. Also, these guys are putting on a show these last 2 minutes of the round.
Of this lightweight matchup. Paulo again shoots in for the takedown, and Marcos with a beautiful knee and an overhand right to create some separation. Can Marcos make it happen with 30 seconds left to go in this fight?
Doing such a good job this round, just walking Paulo down.
Oh, and a beautiful overhand right.
He's leaving it all in the cage.
Is he gonna finish the fight? What a way to end the fight.
Great job by both fighters. Just giving us all a show here. Fight of the night right there.
And I know Paulo said that Marcos was not at his level, but man, he did a great job lasting in there with him like that. These are explosive guys, strong guys, very relentless guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep going.
So very tough.
Behind the balls.
And again, we go to the judges' scorecards. After 3 rounds, the judges scored unanimous decision. Your winner, fighting out of the blue corner, Paulo Silva.
Paulo Silva. Paulo, the wrestling was really the difference maker in this fight. Was that the game plan coming in?
Yes, of course. I know that he's a Muay Thai fighter. I'm a Muay Thai too, Actually, I do everything. He's striking, wrestling, but this is MMA. You gotta be smarter, Sometimes if the other guy is comfortable just striking, and you go strike with them, gonna be 50-50. And I train at America Top Gym, And over there, they don't teach us to be a fighter. They teach us to be a killer, to be smart, you know. You gotta come over here. You can't come over here just to fight. You must have a playing game. I came over here to strike a little bit with them because I love, you know, I haven't been training for this fight 3 months to spend 15 minutes. So I tried to take these 15 minutes and enjoy as much as I could.
Now, it was really the third, fourth, fifth takedown attempt that really paid dividends. How exhausted was it trying to get him to the ground and him popping right back up every single time?
Honest, he surprised me because I'm a very good grappler, you know, but I was putting him down and he was popping up again. I said, damn, man, he's strong, you know, so now I gotta be more smarter. So I try to pretend that I wanted to strike. You know, I could just strike with him, but this MMA, you know, I came over here just to get the victory as I did.
Well, it was a phenomenal performance. Who do you want to fight next?
Well, where's Johnny? Johnny, I'm gonna call my manager, Harding. Harding, thank you so much. You know, next, I want you to come over here and fight for the title. I don't know if the lightweight champion will be here fighting Silva, but I don't care who it is. I just want to come over here and fight for the title.
Your winners, ladies and gentlemen, Paulo Silva.